नमस्कार। आज एक ऐसा पॉडकास्ट लेकर के आए हैं जिसमें हम बात करेंगे मंडी मैन ऑफ इंडिया। जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सही सुना आपने, मंडी मैन ऑफ इंडिया। अ मैन हु हैज़ बीन अ कैटलिस्ट in promoting startup culture and entrepreneurship in India. A man who created and mentored hundreds of startups and numbers of unicorn startups in India. We are very fortunate to have you at Lloyd Business School, sir.
Thank you.
Accepting our invitation and sparing your time to interact with faculty members and students. Very, very grateful to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I'll start with this journey, Mandi Man of India.
Yeah.
Will you please let our viewers know ये मंडी कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है, और उस मंडी कॉन्सेप्ट से हम आज सब मंडी मैन को देख पा रहे हैं, तो थोड़ा सा इफ यू कुड ब्रीफ दिस मंडी कॉन्सेप्ट.
Sure. Thank you very much for Lloyd Business School giving this opportunity. And what we could look at the higher education in India, of course in other places also, that the students are not getting connected to the mandi, market, angadi, santa, bazaar. So a lot of people get surprised saying that why the students, higher education students, should get connected to, linked to the market, angadi, santa, bazaar. Please look at, these are all getting released into the mandi. These are all getting released into the society. It's just a matter of few months and few years they become. So they must have a feeling of it. So the argument is that higher education will provide them through books, through libraries, through laboratories, the whole gamut of the idea of market. Please, here one should note that what is provided is only a copy of it. It is not the real, the cobra. For example, if you want to see a real cobra, a photograph is not a real cobra. A real cobra is very different from a photograph of a cobra. So customer, the market, the prices, the value, everything has to be real. So most of the higher education is unreal because of books, laboratories, assignments, classrooms. There is a need to release these young students, 18 plus years. There are 4 to 5 crore students in this country. They deserve to go to the market, angadi, bazaar, santa, and see the reality. Actually, when they go and learn in the reality, it is not value destruction, but value creation happens. It's completely 180 degrees different happens for that. For this, we invented a method where we force the students to go to the market, angadi and santa, get connected to the grahak, customers, and verify, validate what all being taught in the classroom. It may be about strategy, it may be about marketing, finance, accounting, any subject. What is taught in the classroom need not be truth. It is told truth. This truth has to be, an young man should validate. There is a reason why they are being sent into the mandi, and this name I got because my students, they call me saying that, sir, you are sending us to the mandi, angadi, santa, bazaar, and we would like to refer you as mandi, sir. And this is how it came in. But friends, what happened is that because of this mandi darshan, the students are not only becoming best employees, they get a best placement, but also they will be becoming future entrepreneurs indirectly, even without aiming for it. So that is how we got this name of Mandi Sir. That's the story behind it.
Beautifully. So मेरे ख्याल से we are lost in the world of big jargons. Entrepreneurship की बात करते हैं तो बड़े बड़े jargons में student फंस के रह जाता है. हम बात करते हैं innovations की, disruptions की, हम बात करते हैं ecosystem की, but you simply said कि entrepreneur बनने के लिए mindset की ज़रूरत है. अगर वो mindset है तो आप entrepreneur बन जाएंगे. जी. So इन जब जर्नी की बात करते हैं, you have been an exceptional case who is bringing entrepreneurship धरातल पर जो लेकर के आ रहे हैं. Sir, what is your way of creating entrepreneurship and building this a journey of entrepreneurs or building entrepreneurs out of the classroom?
Yeah, actually, it's a wonderful question. So, for a long time, this was going on, saying that the entrepreneurs, the entrepreneurs have got a typical mindset. So, if you go back to the McLean days,
Yes.
they used to say that they are, achievement oriented. They got a motivation teaching is going to be there. Nobody talks about McLean today. McLean started in India entrepreneurship teaching, but nobody bothers about it. So this is one thing we should look at. Second thing is that mindset की अंदर की कहानी है. This is an internal kind of thing. Nobody knows whether mindset is there or not. Actually, it's very difficult to tamper, to manage to adjust the mindset of a manasikata of an individual. As a professor, I feel rather than the mindset, the other alternative is the best to create entrepreneurs. Actually, I feel that motivation, mindset I call it as method, rasta. We call it as margadarshan. Basically, we call it the marg. So, rasta is the very, very important. Actually, pedagogy is the rasta of education. Why the educated are not becoming entrepreneurs is because the rasta education makes them for naukar. They become job seekers. If you just 180 degrees, if you change this rasta, they become entrepreneurs. I'll just give an example. If you spend money now and you are getting money later on by working for somebody else, is the method of making one education, which we call it as employment education. You just reverse it. So whatever you are spending, you make out of it. You are spending now and you make now itself. You are not required to seek this value from somebody else rather than yourself. The 3 points, if you change it, this educated becomes an entrepreneur. So the 4 crore students who are studying in the colleges, 1 crore students who are passing out every year, if you go to this particular reverse, like you are spending today, you should make money out of it today. You should be able to make yourself rather than somebody else giving you. If you just change it, educated need not look for employment. नौकरी के लिए पढ़ाई नहीं है, तालीम नहीं है. पढ़ाई से, तालीम से मालिक ऑटोमेटिकली निकलेगा. ये चीज़ है. Even if 10, 20, 30% becomes, that's more than enough. So, if you want a startup India, if you want Vikasit Bharat, if you want everybody to be educated, please understand, we require education to everybody. पढ़ी लिखी के लिए पढ़ाई नहीं है, अनपढ़ के लिए पढ़ाई जरूरी है. If we required education for all, it should not be aimed at employment seeking. It should be just reversed like that. खुद कमाओ, अभी कमाओ, कमाना जरूरी है. Value creation should be the focus of it. With this, a zoology, physics, maths, philosophy, literature student, Hindi student will become an entrepreneur. Mindset develop होता है. This is not a motivation. This is not a method. This is a method change. And method is visible too. And pedagogy is nothing but the way how you educate is the kind of thing. It is there in the hands of the professors. And it is not God given. It is made by, designed by, basically, the curriculum designers, pedagogy teachers. This is being done. It is in the hands of 5 lakh, 10 lakh teachers who can create, change the fate of these 4 or 5 crore students.
Beautifully said that the role of entrepreneurs to the society. और हम बोलते हैं कि एक entrepreneur एजेंट होता है सोशियो इकोनॉमिक चेंज के लिए. अगर किसी अर्थव्यवस्था में सोशल डेवलपमेंट करना है, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट करना है, तो आपको entrepreneurship को फ्यूल करना ही पड़ेगा. और अगर हम वर्तमान भारत को देखें, स्पेसिफिकली इंडिया कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात कर रहा हूँ, जब हम entrepreneurship प्रमोशन की बात करते हैं तो बात करके रह जाते हैं कि आपने इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर बिल्ड कर दिया, यू ब्रिंगिंग सम स्टोरीज एंड केस स्टडीज आप क्लासरूम में लेकर के आ रहे हो. क्या ये पर्याप्त प्रयास हैं हम एजुकेटर्स के लिए, टीचर्स के लिए? आपकी तरफ से सर क्या सजेशंस है दोज हु आर इनटू द हायर एजुकेशन टीचिंग? उनके माइंडसेट में किसी तरह के बदलाव की आवश्यकता है दैट यू कैन टेल और गाइड द टीचिंग फ्रेटर्निटी इन पर्टिकुलर.
Yeah, I mean, the teaching fraternity has got an amazing kind of contribution they can make it.
Yes.
But please understand, whether the policy changes or not, whether the parents change or not, whether the faculty change or not, this generation will not bother about all these people to change. This is unfortunate if the faculty don't change and the policy don't change it. Be careful. Basically, today they are all interneted. They know what's happening. They will be immediately understanding what is best for them. That's one thing. That's a caution which I would like to put it. But however, I appeal to the teachers of the higher education, saying that you can do a lot of things, especially playing with the pedagogy, especially playing with how you can convert learning into theoretical to practical and practical to productive. I'll say theoretical to experiential, experiential to experimental, experimental to entrepreneurial. This change is required in the hands of faculty. It's easy. Please understand, if the theoretical to practical and practical to productive, the teacher's effort will get reduced 50%. The students really understand well. It's no more a hard education, but it becomes smart education. Smart is, today we have a smart technologies, we have a smart mobiles, we have a smart everything. We require education to be smart. So playing with an assignment, not wasting not even one akshara of the one drop of effort of students and converting that into value is what the teachers can do it. And amazing opportunities are available in terms of connecting the assignment, the study work which is being done by the students as part of their curriculum. Usually if you look at 30, 40, 50% of the work is done in terms of continuous evaluation by the faculty. You go to any academic institution, they boast of saying that we have a continuous evaluation of 30, 40, 50%. Usually final exams are only got 40%. So this 60% can be converted into theoretical to practical, practical to productive, experiential to experimental, experimental entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial means value creation. It's not bad to have a value creating education which is rather than value destroying and value consuming education. Today, you look at the most 4 crore students who go to college and come back to college and they spend every day their per head 1,000 rupees expenses. 4 crore students, 1,000 rupees each they are spending. Actually, they can easily make 4 crore students every day 100 rupees by working for 1 hour. If they work for 2 hours, they can make more money out of it. So, if we want really a renaissance in education, if we want to reimagine higher education, we should be able to make education which is value giving. The faculty can be able to use these assignments, these 40-50% of these particular assignments, the continuous evaluation for making the theoretical to practical, practical to productive education, which is the best opportunity available for the faculty.
एक्सीलेंट. आई मीन आपने बात करी कि क्यों ज़रूरी है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और उसमें एकेडमिक वर्ल्ड का और फैकल्टी का क्या रोल हो सकता है, राइट. एंड यू राइटली साइटेड कि हमको माइंडसेट चेंज करने की ज़रूरत है, अपने इवैल्यूएशन को चेंज करने की ज़रूरत है और अपने डिज़ाइन को भी चेंज करने की ज़रूरत है. अब मैं बात करता हूँ सर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में, राइट. पीटर ड्रकर से शुरू करते हैं. उन्होंने कहा कि पहली बात तो एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए एक रेयर सेट ऑफ स्किल्स की आवश्यकता होती है और दूसरी बात ये बड़ा मुश्किल है पता लगाना कि वो मिलेगा कहाँ. वो ज़रूरी नहीं है टॉप 20 स्कूल्स में मिलेगा, वो हो सकता है गांव के किसी छोटे कोने में भी मिल सकता है. जब मैं आपको सुन रहा था तो क्या ये ज़रूरी है, ये मान लेना चाहिए कि एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए स्पेसिफिक सेट ऑफ स्किल्स का होना ही ज़रूरी है, या एनीबडी कैन बिकम एन एंटरप्रेन्योर इफ़ गिवन अ ट्रेनिंग और गाइडेड वेल, मोटिवेटेड वेल, कोई भी एंटरप्रेन्योर बन सकता है, या वो जो स्कूल की थ्योरी है कि एंटरप्रेन्योर बनने के लिए कि स्पेसिफिक सेट ऑफ स्किल्स का होना ज़रूरी है. व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट?
Absolutely. I mean, Drucker's contribution is a great. Please understand, Drucker's contribution is innovation. So actually, learning can be innovated, education can be innovated. The last 70 years, 100 years, we have not done any change in the education. Actually, we have the same education which our grandparents were doing it like that. Assignments, classroom, doing assignments is being done. So this innovation should come in. Coming to the specific things about entrepreneurs. Today the research is happening in a big way. Today we are talking about lean principles. We are talking about lean management in startups. We also have got a work being done in terms of effectuation by Saraswati. Design thinking also is going to be there. These are all amazing contributions. For example, if you look at the effectuation, 2-3 principles are amazingly different. Like, for example, in effectuation, it is being talked about saying that तुम्हारे पास क्या है, उससे क्या कर सकता है सोचो. आप मत सोचे कि तुम्हारे पास क्या नहीं है, क्या करने के लिए. Don't decide what you require to do it. Don't think about what you are lacking. Look at what you have. Think about what you can do. This is the simplest principle of effectuation theory, which is bird in hand. Quilt theory, for example, rasai making, for example, if you look at, put small things and make big thing. All big things are made up of tiny things. Even human body is done with 5 trillion small cells. They are interconnected. So छोटे छोटे चीज को when जोड़ते हैं बड़े चीज बन जाता है. Entrepreneurship is all about it. So once upon a time we have a very kind of thinking that it's personality, ऐसे बंदे होना है, पैसे की जरूरी है, उधर होना है. All these things are just smashed off. With the kind of technology today we got a WhatsApps, we got a YouTube, we got kind of a Instagrams, which you got. World is flat. So you don't require the personality. Of course, personality matters, but nothing can be done about personality. Somebody is born like that. Nothing can be done about it. What can be done is pedagogy. What can be done is methodology. What can be done is using the tools very well. What can be done is making a path. What can be done is making the people to realize what they can do. These 4 crore students, 5 crore students of Indian students can be easily made into realize what they can do. And they once understood, they get liberated. Education should be able to liberate them rather than making them for employment. So this is quite possible. I, as a professor, more believe in terms of pedagogy and path rather than passion and professionalism. It automatically gets in once passion is there. You get into a super express, you go to that. If you take into a particular UPI, you can transfer the money easily. You don't require to do any kind of thing like that. This is a path selection rather than passion like that. So, gone are the days of passion. Gone are the days of persistence. Which a lot of people talk about persistence. I don't mind for it. It's okay if somebody has a persistence is well and great. But what we require is method. Today, we can talk to anybody just by touching a technology. This is a method. We got such valuable technologies. To make the world enterprising, let us believe and let us tread the path of method rather than the personality like that. Personality is God-given. We don't know whether God is given or not, but it is assumed to be there. Yeah.
So it is supposed to have a bright future, as you said that जो 4-5 करोड़ youth है, that is a superpower that India can have. And this superpower is backed up by, you said, the demographic dividend, जहाँ median age करीब 28 साल है. And this is backed up by the rapid digital transformation that India is witnessing. And of course, not to forget about the government policies that are very supportive, that is creating ecosystem. And probably these all factors combined, we can hope and dream for a better future in terms of startup and entrepreneurship. On to the similar line, recently we heard that what Piyush Goyal talked about, right? आई एम नॉट श्योर वेदर मेरे को वो डिस्कस करना चाहिए नहीं, बट अब दिमाग में आया तो मैं पूछ लेना चाहता हूँ. उनका जो पर्सपेक्टिव है कि इंडिया में जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप हो रहा है वो ज़्यादातर एक दिशा में है
जी,
चाहे वो फूड से रिलेटेड हो, चाहे वो पोकरबाजी, आई एम सॉरी मैं नाम ले रहा हूँ, वो गैम्बलिंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स की बात हो, वहीं चाइना का उन्होंने काउंटर पार्ट का एग्जाम्पल लिया, दे आर बिल्डिंग टेक्नोलॉजी एंड बिल्डिंग टेक्नोलॉजी कैन हैव अ बेटर फ्यूचर, दिस इज व्हाट ही सेड. सर, व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन अबाउट दैट?
या एज ए प्रोफेसर, आई एम एन एजुकेटर, my interest is to see that the crores of students should get an education. This is the number one priority for it, like that. And we got a 70-80% of population coming from a poor background. So how these people can pursue their education? Today, the higher education is at a most exclusive, it's exorbitant. Given this kind of a costly education, how this education can be able to reach to everybody like. And we have a 30% gross enrollment ratio. It means that 70% gross enrollment ratio, still we have to achieve it like that. So these are the realities. When this kind of things is looking at, the first priority is that how a गरीब बच्चे एक अमीर बच्चे के साथ साथ पढ़ाई की कंटिन्यू करना है, is important like that. So one should be able to survive to continue to get an education is an important thing today. Second thing is that how do you make viable the higher education so that this demographic dividend will get an education. I'm an educator. I would like to see to it that how I can make everybody get educated. As a mother in a kitchen, her priority is that how every belly in the house gets food. It's not about biryani. It's not about this. A mother will think about everybody should get food to eat first, for that matter. So as an educator, I feel that how सबको शिक्षा मिलेगा, सबको सारी शिक्षा मिलेगा, सबको अच्छा शिक्षा मिलेगा, सबको नौकरी शिक्षा नहीं है, मालिक की शिक्षा मिलेगा, and given this particular demographic dividend. But once we are able to make education to all these things can be solved. The deep tech can be solved. Today we have a deep tech kind of things. We can find out some students coming out with the deep tech enterprises also. So I feel national priorities is that सबको शिक्षा होने के लिए एक स्वावलंबी शिक्षा, आत्मनिर्भर शिक्षा, एक नौकरी शिक्षा नहीं है, एक मालिक की शिक्षा कैसा बनेगा is our priority. So this can be achieved with the small changes by this faculty thinking. If faculty are not supporting, we can directly go to the youth, and youth can be definitely taking this advantage. It's easily they will do it. It's not a difficult thing to make it happen.
सर, एक बहुत पॉपुलर सा कॉन्सेप्ट है जिसके बारे में हम सब जिज्ञासु होकर के जानना चाहते हैं कि 1/12 मंडी. मंडी सर, 1/12. ये 1/12 क्या है सर? हम बड़ा उत्सुकता से ये जानना चाह रहे थे. 1/12 मंडी सर, तो क्या एनालॉजी है सर 1/12 का? Would you please let us know something about that? Yeah.
Actually, when you're looking at the higher education and also in any education, for example, if you look at the kind of wastage is so much. Actually, this 1/12 talks about this particular wastage. In a lean management principles, waste and value are the most important concepts which we would like to see for that. So the idea is that if a student is learning 12 सब्जेक्ट्स, एटलीस्ट एक सब्जेक्ट तो आप यूज करना बहुत जरूरी है. एक्चुअली the 4 crore students, 5 crore students, even they don't use even one subject. What is the use of learning the 12 subjects? This is one way looking at. Second thing is that if you are spending 12 lakh rupees for a program, can't you make even 1 lakh rupees out of this particular 12 lakh rupees? It is a crazy thinking. Somebody says that no, why you are asking about it? Why not, we will ask. 12 लाख तो गया भाई. इसकी मतलब है इसमें 12 लाख का कीमत है. इसमें 1 लाख निकालने में क्या है? This is basically a questioning mindset and innovative mindset. You give this question to the students, challenge them. They will immediately understand, saying that if you are spending every day 1200 rupees as your pocket money, you go to any student, ask, they spend at least 1200 rupees, 500 rupees they spending for pocket money. How come you can't make 100 rupees out of 1200 rupees? They get really responsible. तो जिम्मेदारी लेता है. ये सवाल पूछने में होता है कि 1/12 is basically kind. Mandi sir says that when you are taking 12 steps, गोदी में लेते हैं, at least out of 12 step, एक step आपका खुद का पैर पे खड़े होके चलो बेटा. We are talking to 18+ year students, huh? We are not talking to an NMNA. We are not talking to small kids. They are 20, 24+. They got an amazing kind of talent. They got an amazing kind of network. They are at rural, they are not in a nook and corner. They are at Noida, they are at Mumbai, they are at Ahmedabad, they are at Lucknow. They are well connected. उनके लिए 1/12 is a very, very insignificant. But once you made 1/12, you will be looking at how to make 2/12. How do you make 3/12? How do you make 12/12? Actually, you will be thinking about how do you make 12 power to the power of 12.
Wow.
Please look at this. It's not 1/12. We made a starting with 1/12, but the idea behind it is 12 to the power of 12. Actually, this is how unicorns can come out of it like this. So, the intelligent mind should be challenged very differently. It's not just saying that, blaming them, saying that you are useless, you are skills, you get an employment. This is absolutely a rudimentary, outdated way of looking at. You challenge them differently, saying that, friends, beta beti, आप सोच ले, इसी टेक्नोलॉजी है आपके साथ. You'll be able to create one. Can't you make 1/12? And they realize that they can make by 12/12. They will be able to imagine that how to make 12 to the power of 12. That is 1/12. Mandi sir, I deliberately created this 1/12. A lot of people ask me this question. It's fascinating. It's intriguing question for that matter. So I'll be leading like that. The creating challenge where internally get motivated is goal setting's important principle. How do you set goals in such a way that an individual is internally motivated? It's not external motivation. It's not some other kind of things. But if I am spending bara, how come I cannot make one? If I have to take 12 steps on Godi, how come I cannot make one step on my own? This is the story behind 1/12.
स्टोरी एंड कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ 1/12. और ये कॉन्सेप्ट 1/12 से 12 की पावर 12.
12 की पावर 12.
और इसी तरीके से, इसी जर्नी से, इसी कॉन्सेप्ट से सर आपने you have mentored and made people to create unicorn startups.
जी.
You have mentored nearly 6-7 startups. Cashify is one of them. And you have mentored nearly 200 or 300
easily,
startups that are making a significant impact in the country and economy as a whole. दर्शकों के लिए, व्यूअर्स के लिए कुछ स्टोरी अपने स्टार्टअप से, जैसे कैशिफाई एक हो सकता है, लालटेन दूसरा कॉन्सेप्ट है, राची माल मैंने देखा, ये बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप है जो आपने मेंटोरिंग की है. वुड यू ब्रिंग फ्यू स्टोरीज आउट ऑफ दीज यूनिकॉर्न स्टार्टअप और एनी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टार्टअप जो स्टोरी आप व्यूअर्स को बताना चाहें?
This looks very intriguing. Like a lot of people think that ये कैसा हो सकता है. We took 1, 2, 3, 4 steps basically in a simplified way. We call it as one thing is बेच के सीखो. पहले चीज़ है कि बेचना एक आदत बनाना हमारे लिए एक important चीज़ है. Young people will get fascinated. Actually, they really get interested to sell once they know how to connect with others. Like it's a youthful very nature actually. So if you are stopping them not to meet others, actually it is negative thing which we are doing. So one thing is that selling is a habit. Actually, selling will unfold them a personality, and they will be becoming completely a 360-degree idea of a business. Selling is not selling. Selling has got all 360 aspects of the business like that. This is one. And second thing is that how do you shop it? We make it. So when they get authenticated as a formal name, an young man feels that I am this company. Look at a 22 years, 23 years boy or a girl come out with saying that this is my company. Yes, this kind of a proud feeling should be able to be cultivated. This is the third aspect. And fourth aspect, we also use social media very well like that. You tell the world, you connect with the world, you spread the world, which we do it like that. So there are four aspects which we drive the students like that. I'll just give a summary there. Sell it. Second is shop it. Third is start it. Fourth is tell it. These four aspects we drive for this 2 years program for this matter. So we convert the students this thing. Out of these, I would like to recall the best of the students who we have it. Cashify is today's unicorn, and we are wearing a T-shirt. This gentleman is Mandi Man. He started this company as a company called Reglobe in his a project, which this is a classroom project which he's gone in. He went into the recycling of electronic waste, and of course there are a lot of pivots, and finally it went into the Cashify. Today Cashify is a very big company. He also opted out of placement. Of course, that time the placement was not really great, but Mandeep is very smart, very intelligent person. He went into the directly become an entrepreneur. This is one story. I also wish to recall one more story. We would like to say freekamal.com. Fukad mein mal kaisa? This is a small company. You go there and see Ravi Kumar is the CEO, founder of the company. We make compulsory for an MBA student and a BBA student saying that unless you register a company, you don't get marks. And this is an assignment for company law. This can be an assignment for principles of management. This can be an assignment for a communication. Actually, there is no need to say that this cannot be an assignment. This can be used for any particular kind of a subject which is taught part of BBA and MBA. So Ravi registered his company, and once in the first module when he registered his company, he started thinking about मेरे पास company है, my company से क्या करूँ? Actually, we would like to make these 4 crore students into this confusion. मेरे पास passport है, which country should I go? Yes. Why not we give a passport to a student to make him to think which desh my videsh mein jana hai? So it's fascinating. For example, somebody got a cricket bat, immediately you will be thinking about saying that which shot should I marna mai chahta hu. So we created the startup as an important kind of thing. So out of which these companies came in. There is a company called by Indian Auto Gas by Rahul Gugalia in Nagpur. Indian Auto Gas, maybe 1,000 crores company. Rahul is a wonderful student. He registered his company in the campus and he got marks for an assignment. And once he started the company, please understand, young mind is already got into it. चढ़ गया था. जो चढ़ा है ये उतरने वाला नहीं है. ये नशा क्या है कि enterprise नशा. This will not get down. It will further increase and further increase like that. Rahul today is kind of thing. But of course, he joined companies. We will ensure to see that students get into good companies because of this experience. But what we found is that within no time, they get disillusioned with their employment. They come back to it. Our idea is that once we created enterprising part of their education, they never will be happy with an employment. We want it. We deliberately do this. हम एक चुन के हम करता है कि बच्चे को an enterprise mode चढ़ाना है. Similarly, Huawei is a company by Paresh Masade. He registered his company and there was an assignment. He did it. Similarly, Lalten Lalton registered his company when he was in the college, and today Lalton is Noida में एक जबरदस्त company है, and Maneet Gohil and also Sanchati. There are two students who started this company. Similarly, the students who did Mandi, actually Mandi is a serious माइंड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, माइंडसेट बदलने वाला है. एक बार एक MBA स्टूडेंट बाजार में जाके बेशर्मी बेच के आता है, उनको रियलाइज होता है कि an MBA becomes Buddha. When Buddha walked on the roads, you know very well that Siddhartha, when they walked on the roads, he became Buddha. And every MBA should walk on the roads, meeting the customers to make them real business Buddhas. And we can make these 1 crore students who are passing out business Buddhas. And the Vikasit Bharat, Startup India, the 5 trillion Indian economy, all this is just possible only by making these educated, not aspiring for an employment, rather employment will come to them and they reject employment. बोलता है कि मेरे लिए ज़रूरी नहीं है, ये बोलना है कि, and they should be able to make enterprises. They try enterprises. 10-20% successful educated becoming an entrepreneur is a Vikasit Bharat is here.
Right. So very rightly said, sir, that MBA स्टूडेंट को entrepreneur बनाना है जिस तरीके से सिद्धार्थ को बुद्धा बनाना है, और उसके लिए एक जो बहुत बड़ा मंत्र आप हमेशा देते हैं, बेचो बेचो,
बेच के सीखो, बेचो सीखो सोचो. दिस इज द बेसिक मंत्र ऑफ इट. बेचो बेचो बेचो, बेच के सीखो, जब सीखा तुरंत बेचो, जहाँ सीखा वहीं बेचो, जितना सीखा पूरा बेचो.
बेचो बेचो
बेचो बेचो बेचो, जिससे सीखा उसी को बेचो. So I mean, this kind of the mantra is the way the student is developing an enterprising mindset in a regular kind of thing. Please understand, this is just not meant for only MBAs. This can happen for physics, Hindi literature, journalism, Telugu, philosophy, mathematics. Today applied mathematics, applied statistics, applied biology, applied engineering, everything is applied today. It need not be theoretical actually. So this mantra is not just meant for only MBAs and BBAs. It's available for law, architecture, design, food and cutlery. Anything can be there for it.
Thank you so much for supporting my own thought process, sir. क्योंकि अक्सर इस बात से कन्विंस्ड हूँ मैं कि दुनिया में इंसान को जीवित रहने के लिए दो चीज़ों की ज़रूरत होती है. पहला ऑक्सीजन जो उसको जीवित रखता है, और दूसरा मार्केटिंग जो उसको विजिबल रखता है. जिंदा रखने के लिए ऑक्सीजन और जिंदा नज़र आने के लिए मार्केटिंग. और दूसरी बात, या तो आप जिंदा नहीं हैं, और अगर आप जिंदा हैं तो आप सेल कर रहे हैं, या तो प्रोडक्ट सेल कर रहे हैं या आइडिया सेल कर रहे हैं, बट यू आर सेलिंग समथिंग. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर सपोर्टिंग दिस थॉट प्रोसेस, एंड यू हैव क्रिएटेड डिफरेंस बाई चेंजिंग द चैंटिंग. लोग बोलते हैं राम राम साहब, राधे राधे, और सर बोलते हैं
राधे राधे बेचो बेचो, राधे बेचो बेचो सीखो, बेचो 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 सीखो, राधे 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 राधे
राधे राधे राधे राधे. वेरी नाइस सर. फाइनल क्वेश्चन टू यू सर. आपकी स्टोरी के बारे में पढ़ा और हम सब इंस्पिरेशन लेते हैं आपकी स्टोरी के बारे में. बोलते हैं कि एक सक्सेसफुल जर्नी के पीछे एक अनसीन स्टोरी होती है.
जी.
उस स्टोरी को ना हम जानने की कोशिश करते हैं, ना पढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं, बस जो कैमरे पे दिखाई दे रहा है और वो सक्सेसफुल फेस हम देखना चाहते हैं. सो बिहाइंड दिस मंडी कॉन्सेप्ट, दिस मंडी एस्पेक्ट, देयर इज अ स्टोरी.
यस.
एक स्टोरी एक ऐसे व्यक्ति की जो टेलरिंग का काम करके अपने आप को स्वपोषित करता है, अपनी पढ़ाई लिखाई को कंप्लीट करता है, और वो जर्नी बढ़ती चली जाती है. और वो जर्नी एक टेलरिंग से अपना काम करने से लेकर के IIM में प्रोफेसर,
जी,
भारत में इतना बड़ा बदलाव लाने के लिए कैटालिस्ट, और मंडी मैन ऑफ इंडिया.
जी.
Little about this story, sure. Because this will be a huge inspiration to all of us.
Yeah, it's my privilege, and also I proudly share with that. I'm a professor at IIM, and I tailor education so that it is available to मोटा वाले के लिए, छोटा वाले के लिए, बड़े के लिए, छोटे के लिए, अमीर के लिए, गरीब के लिए फिट होना है. I tailored education in such a way that अमीर के लिए पढ़ाई और गरीब के लिए भी पढ़ाई, एक ही पढ़ाई दोनों के लिए भी फिट होना है. So this is an important principle I look at, and it's a matter of designing. Please understand, ये दुनिया, roads, aeroplanes, everything is just designed. So पढ़ाई भी डिज़ाइन है. As a tailor, I come from a tailoring background. मैं दर्जी हूँ. मैं आपका पैंट शर्ट 3-4 घंटा में बना के हैंगर डाल सकता हूँ. I'm a trained tailor. I supported all my education from primary school to post-graduation level, KG to PG. I supported my education. Working as a street side tailor, गांव में काम करते थे. रोजी रोटी के लिए हम काम करते ले. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारा हैबिट है हमारे लिए कुछ, ऐसा नहीं है. You know, a lot of people with, we got some kind of avocation. No, it's not that. रोजी रोटी के लिए काम करते थे. And when I became I studied BCom, I studied commerce, I did MCom. I got surprised to see that when I'm doing commerce, which is hardcore money, transfer of value, vanijya, I never got money out of my commerce education for 7-8 years of my commerce education, which surprises me. When I became a business management professor, it surprises me how come commerce cannot give money to a student. And because of commerce was not giving me money, I have to work as a tailor and support my education. You can imagine how tough to manage commerce education and also tailoring other side. I used to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, and other 4 days I used to go to the library and sit and study there. So I feel that these 4 days as I study, if it can be made into productive, there is no need for Mandi sir to go to tailor shop. Some people say that no, tailoring would have helped you. When you do tailoring, you understand whether it helped you or not, how harsh it is. There are people who have not done, they make a comment saying that no, you are a tailor, it's good for you, you are getting, तुम करने से तुम्हारे को समझ में आता है इसका क्या problems है. Anyhow, the question is not about whether somebody should do tailoring or not. अब अमेरिका में जाके ओपीटी करने के लिए तैयार है, इंडिया में ओपीटी क्यों नहीं होता है? इंडिया में 4 करोड़ बच्चे को ओपीटी सीपीटी बनाने से वो खुद 1000 रुपए कमाएगा. अमेरिका जाके ओपीटी सीपीटी करने की क्या जरूरी है? मुझे ओपीटी सीपीटी में बीकॉम एमकॉम में करते ना, मैं टेलरिंग करने की जरूरी नहीं है मेरे लिए. What I do today, enterprise education, is nothing. OPT and CPT. This tailoring gave me an amazing idea. When I became a professor, I said that value consuming higher education is not asli shiksha, a nakli shiksha hai. This makes unethical people. Please, ethics without economics is big illusion. Ethics and economics are दोनों साथ में चलता है. So without ethics, economics, the higher education cannot build ethical people. A doctor who paid 1 crore rupees will loot the society. Because he's paying here, he will make money there. Today's MBAs, when they're paying 20 lakh, 30 lakh rupees as an MBA fees, and they become corporates, employees, you can imagine what kind of activities they can indulge in so that they will be in comfort. But the same students, if they are Atmanirbhar and self-reliant, they don't. So the tailoring background which made me to think very differently. I feel fortunate to come to this path, and I could imagine a different kind of a pedagogical path for these higher education students where they can become Atmanirbhar, where there is no need for them to go out and do it. An agriculture student, an engineering student, a dental student, a physics student, a math student can easily make today 500 rupees, 1000 rupees by applying his own learning life. पढ़ाई की खर्चा पढ़ाई से पढ़ाई के लिए निकाल सकता है.
Wonderful.
पढ़ाई यूज करके पढ़ाई की खर्चा निकालना बहुत ही गहरी शिक्षा है ये. This is not just money making, it's not commercial, it's not monetization. It is a completely paradigm shift where the depth of education and an individual transformation can happen because of this. People think that it is money making. No, it is not money making. It is men making. The Buddhas are made out of it. Buddha should go out and see it. Then only he understands it like that. Same thing happens for these 4 crore, 5 crore students. The tailoring background which I came from made me to think differently. It gave me confidence saying that this can happen. Of course, there is a good academic system. A 30%, 40% assignments can be easily used for paying this. I am very happy. Lloyd Business School and the president of this Lloyd Business School gave me a good time to listen to, and I wish that the Lloyd will come forward in terms of making the Atmanirbhar Shiksha, self-reliant education, which can be able to convert every educated into an enterprising individuals who don't require jobs, but they get jobs. That's the beauty about it. So the tailoring is the bija for this kind of thinking. Thank you for asking this question.
So, we at Lloyd trying to initiate and build that culture of entrepreneurship.
Ji.
So recently we had tie up with IIM Biz Lab, so the student can learn simulation kind of thing. And for years we have established LTBI, what we call Lloyd Technology and Business Incubation.
Ji.
And we have sole specialization,
Ji.
entrepreneurship as a specialization, where nothing is being taught, and we are making students sure that you are going to become an entrepreneur.
Ji.
You are not a job seeker,
Ji.
you are a job giver. You have to become a job giver. And you have interacted with the students, you find out couple of ventures, they are into the initial phase, but they are into the
Ji.
making. Can you tell some experience being at Lloyd, sir?
And amazing actually the kind of students who are there, and the enterprising induction and introduction is very good at 2nd and 3rd tier business schools, and I feel that the kind of people who are there is the best suited. They absorb kind of things, and by changing and using the pedagogy can be done very well. A place like Noida is an amazing locality. You are better placed also, I can say. So these are the best possibilities which I could see. I could foresee in the next few years you'll be coming out with an amazing kind of a enterprising individuals through this kind of a orientation, the kind of plan which you are putting into practice at Lloyd B School. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure the enterprising India will emerge with these kind of contributions.
Thank you so much, sir. We all hope that enterprising India, the process has just started. We are going to witness, we are going to experience brighter aspects ahead. Thank you so very much for coming here and sparing this time for podcast. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.